give a crap. All right.
Something that you should.
Those of you
thinking about, so I don't
whoop,
ruin anything.
whoop. Those of you that are joining us right now,
Unicorns can't swim. Unicorns.
Are
those wood paper
They're
straws?
paper, yeah.
I rule you. I will be.
But, I hope you enjoyed. He said they do it in like a concentrated batch, and then they kind of water it down and cut it a little bit.
So, did I tell you my great idea? Did you hear my great idea? Oh yeah, I did. My bar fest.
Oh yes.
My bar fest. And I'm gonna put kombucha
you goddamn piece of poop.
and cold brew on tap.
Oh really?
In the keg. In my bar fest.
That'll do.
That'll do it.
You're two sippies.
I just brewed a batch of kombucha that I had to throw away because the SCOBY.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. Yes, that looks correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so you put a SCOBY in.
Did it look like
hi guys?
Fungus? Oh wait,
we're starting in a second.
Well,
wait.
You put the SCOBY in.
Oh wait.
And then a new one forms, and
I
the new
said,
one's funky. I put it on Reddit's kombucha subreddit, and they're usually like, "It's fine, it's fine, it's fine." This one, they were like, "Don't drink it."
Oh really?
Yeah. But I was like, come on. And then I showed my friends Kurt and Laura today, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't drink that."
I thought you showed your friends Kurt and Laura, and I was like, "Is that like a woman thing?"
Let me introduce you to
no,
Kurt
he is
and
Kurt
Laura.
and she is Laura.
Right.
I have built her over
not
the last 10 years.
Kurt and Laura.
Kurt and Laura.
I can't imagine what you would taste in that. That's bad.
Well, everybody has different tastes.
I don't know if it's because I put milk in it or something. But
yeah, like Kevin doesn't like any coffee.
You want to try it?
Damn. You haven't, no, I don't want to try it. I just brushed my teeth. I'm feeling clean.
That thing's not going to last.
Well,
all right,
I mean,
here.
Just,
here.
Podcast
I am Ugo.
Big ice cube.
No, I've been putting it in like travel cups and only putting in like trying to go just 8 ounces just to make it last.
Wait, what's this? Yeah. Okay.
Bullaby.
All right. This is going. This is going. This is ready to go. It's live on the site. I think we're good to go. All right, let's do this. Sorry.
No, I just feel like a fucking jerk.
Whoa. Well, that's all right. We're
not Mike.
Literally.
Okay.
Did you know the questions are back?
Okay.
Really? Questions?
Yeah. Grass, like all over my face.
Yeah, grass.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 629, the Vullaby Podcast. Next stop, Vullaby.
Vullaby! Ooh,
I
she
just hit
is.
97,000 miles on my car.
Congratulations.
It's not 629.
I'm about to destroy this chair.
Vullaby
Next
resembles a baby vulture.
I know.
It has a plump, stout body covered in dark gray feathers, tiny wings with gray tips, and pink feet with 3
tiny
clawed
wings
toes.
with gray tits.
Its neck is short and supports a round pink head devoid of any feathers except for a crest on the top. There's a collar of fluffy light gray feathers around its neck.
Crest, not crust. I thought you said a crust on the top.
It seems to be wearing a broken skull. Oh, a problem occurred with this webpage, so it was reloaded. Now, if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Is gone. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Seems to be wearing a broken skull as a diaper-like undergarment, hence its species name. Wallaby?
I can't say that.
I'm not sure why that.
Wallabies do that.
Do
they?
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
They wear skulls.
Wallaby either finds this bone itself or uses one found for it by mandibas.
Find that bone.
Wallaby is known to chase after weaker creatures. Wallaby is a female-only species.
Oh, no, that's something I can get into.
How do they continue? How do they?
Well, I've asked this question about the male-only species.
How do they procreate?
Lord
the
knows.
same way Morrissey did. Just makes more Morrisseys. Just thinks about it.
Pokemon even die?
Recreate.
Like,
they faint.
Yeah, they only faint, right? So does that mean they're immortal?
Pokemon die.
Yes. It's just a finite amount.
Hold on. If they're immortal, we're gonna get to a point where we reach max capacity here.
Well,
I got Pokemon elbow to elbow.
I haven't seen a Pokemon in real life yet. I mean, I know they're out there, but I personally have not seen them. Pokemon
Go.
No, that just can we not see them in our universe? We need to look at them through that special lens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I've seen them.
There's a lot that you need to see.
Okay. Well, they're number 629. They're dark flying type. Their abilities are big pecs or overcoat. PECKS.
Oh.
Oh.
And their hidden ability is weak armor. They're 100% female. And
Weak
the page was
armor.
reloaded. So
Weak armor.
That's it. That's all you want to know. Need to know.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
Tall, they're at 19 pounds.
Wow. Thanks, Mom Brain. Hello, Colma.
Okay.
Okay.
Sort it out.
Hello, Colma and Linked Triforce and Mega Travis and Giant Reggie and Floody and whoever else. The real Dave Coulier.
What? Cut it out. Are you kidding me?
And
Do Michaels?
No, this is DEW. And Roth. And let me switch to the other side of things. And the Name King Clown and Carefree Captain and Alawoof and Cooter Gale and Dante Hancock and Turquoise Gold Scraper and Bella Mai and Coop Wii U and Ryan Landis and Hot Dog Pillow and whoever else and Tyrese, whoever else I didn't see. Turquoise Gold Scraper says he wants you to know that he is the fake John Stamos. Carefree Captain, yes, that is Nicky Hill you heard. Hello, Robert Bear. He says, hey, babies.
Who's Nicky Hill?
All right. So, oh my God, Colma asked the real Dave Coulier, did you pick the name because of the Full House full series DVD collection top? It's true. That could be why. And hello, Mega Travis.
Just be a coincidence.
All right. So there's some things I got to talk about. I'm sorry, IRC chat. I am leaving, but I will be back. First things first. This is like important. So, hello, Morisaki. If you have been a GoNintendo reader for a long time, then you are familiar with Robert Hughes, better known to us as Poopaloop. And Poopaloop used to do weekly podcast drawings for the GoNintendo podcast. So every week he would give us a nice little drawing to go along with the show. And now he has, I've stayed in touch with him because we talk fairly often and long to hold each other. And he got in touch because he is involved or is trying to help out a charity. And the charity is called Special Effect. It's the Gamers Charity. It's a UK charity. And he's trying to spread the word to get people to help donate to the charity. So obviously he can't just be like, hey, donate to the charity and leave it at that. He wants to do something a little bit more than that. And since he is an artist and a super talented artist as well, he's giving you a special offer. So there's a post on GoNintendo. We also tweeted this out, but you can just go to specialeffect.org.uk if you would like to donate. And this is a very reputable charity. It's the real deal. You don't have to worry about your money not going to where it's supposed to go. It's been backed by people such as Tim Schafer, who you very know well as a iconic developer of games like Maniac Mansion. And more recently,
Day of the Tentacle.
Psychonauts. Full Throttle, Psychonauts, yes, stuff like that. So he's supporting them as well. So here's the deal that Poopaloop is offering. He wants you to go to the charity. Again, specialeffect.org.uk.
Enter your family's bank account.
Yes. He wants you to donate a minimum of $5. Now, what do you get for that? Well, get out of here. For Special Effect, you help people, disabled people, which is cool. But Poopaloop wants to give you something special. So all you have to do is donate.
Could you rephrase that? You help people
with disabilities.
There you go.
So you donate to $5 or more, then you take a screenshot of your donation and you tweet it to Poopaloop. You can reach Poopaloop at rtype88. That's RTYPE88 on Twitter. So when you screenshot or when you tweet him a screenshot of your donation, he will draw you a Pokemon of your choice, but there's more than that. He will draw it.
But wait, there's more.
He'll draw it in the Ken Sugimori style, which is the original Pokemon art style. So the real old school one from the Game Boy games, like, you know, Red and Blue. So he's trying to perfect mimicking that style, and he has an example, which I'll show you here, which is, I think, pretty damn spot on. I mean, that looks like the original art style to me. So you donate.
What Pokemon is that?
What is this? Psychondil. Psychondil.
Someone needs to freshen up on their Pokemon.
Yes, it is. Jewel Bruskogan. This is the Nintendo Now podcast. Yeah. Can somebody tell me what Pokemon this is? It's something like that, right? Psychondil.
Is it?
But yes.
Wait, it's Psychon.
I don't know what it is. But obviously, there are more Pokemon, way more, that haven't been drawn in that style. And he wants you to know that you can ask for any Pokemon and he will draw it in that style. So that's all there is to it. Donate, you help out a charity, you tweet him your donation and proof of your donation, and he will draw you this special art for whatever Pokemon you want. Sidonquill. I was close, right? And all 41 reviewers trying to screw me up by saying Siphondil.
Cyndaquil.
It's Sudafed, I believe, is the name of the Pokemon. Sudafed and NyQuil together.
So syphilis.
Syphilis, that's it. Cyndaquil, says Coma. He's giving me the phonetic spelling. Cyndaquil. As in cinder and quill. Ah, I get cyanide. Yes, it's pronounced cyanide. So hopefully.
Wait. Is that what it's called when you combine Sudafed with NyQuil?
Yeah, yes, exactly. So hopefully some of you will take up Poopaloop on this offer. Like I said, it's for a charity. You're helping out people that are disabled.
What is it?
And in poor health.
So what does the charity do? Like what is their mission?
I just read.
I just told you they are. Oh, go ahead, Nicky Hill.
They help people with disabilities enjoy gaming. So
we
adaptive gaming.
We put fun and inclusion back into the lives of people with physical disabilities by helping them to play video games. I just wanted to give the official.
I just wanted to give a better answer.
Well, that is something that I would be more than happy to donate to.
All right, well, pick a Pokemon. Tweet your proof to.
I want a pony Pokemon.
Poopaloop. Well, there's Ponyta, right? That is a name I know.
Poopaloop. I work essentially for free.
I don't know if he's.
Who have disabilities, so.
How do you work for free?
I mean, I don't make a lot of money.
No. Free and not a lot of money are two different things. I've been working for free
the last 2 weeks.
She didn't say free. She said essentially.
So
I really don't know what she means.
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't say free. She said at no extra cost.
Yes, if Lube was here, that's right. All right, so again, you can get all this information on a post on GoNintendo.com. It is a top story. It is also a Go Original content post. And you can also go on Twitter and just tweet Poopaloop. Again, rtype88 on Twitter. So there you go.
What if you
Charity.
Don't have Twitter?
It's good, man. What if you don't have Twitter?
Yeah.
If you don't have Twitter and you really want to get this done, shoot me an email and I'll set you
donate, but then take a photo of your nether regions and Snapchat it to
No.
Don't do that.
George, the lime guy.
At George, the lime guy. All right. Speaking of emails, you can email your questions to the Go Nintendo podcast team. Because we're doing questions again. Like we said last week, all you have to do is send an email to gonintendoquestions@gmail.com.
Where?
gonintendoquestions@gmail.com. And we will answer your question. You can send 1. You can send 10. You can send 100. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games. They can be about pizza, sandwiches, diapers, fine art, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. We will answer whatever question you got. Taco Bell? Almost talking about Taco Bell because he's about to eat some Taco Bell. So,
what's he eating?
What are you eating, Colma? Nicky Hill needs to know.
Is he getting a Crunchwrap Supreme?
So thank you
They
to...
got that triple crunch wrap now.
Oh, that's right.
I love a crunch wrap. I really do. There's just something.
Moe's has
Colma,
something
because it's
similar
you.
too now.
Yes,
Someone in Flemington
you can
still?
send one question across
Most?
10 emails.
I
Because
saw
I'm
it.
reading them. So.
Yeah, I saw it, but it wasn't open
It's
last
like
week.
a guy.
GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. Thank you to those of you who have sent in questions. There's a good amount
Did
in
you
there
answer
already.
questions yet?
We did. We started last week. That's it.
I will be very upset if the first question asked wasn't something along the lines of what took you so long to get the questions back.
Colma says he's eating a quesarito box. It comes with that.
He's
A
trying
nacho Doritos taco and a crunchy taco.
and
Hold
he's
on.
trying to get that chance to win an Xbox.
He's got to work on that dad bod.
I gotta tell you, Colma, Rami does not particularly like children or comment on them, but he says your kid's cute.
I did say that. It's true.
Yeah.
Let it be known for the record, I did say that. Now, some of our other friends' kids, hideous monsters.
My God.
I don't know how they even look at them. All right.
What's with this candle? It looks weird. Does it do something fun?
It's a birthday candle.
So we
There's like a
did
haze
that.
to
Is that
We
from
did
Rob?
that. Coleman says she's
I
pretty
just
all
didn't know
right.
if it, like,
No.
there was
Um,
something in it.
Okay, I think we're good to go. I think we can start normal stuff. And later on in the pocket, oh boy.
Is it natural?
Let me check something. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I need to check something.
Scented?
Daddy, can I have some candy?
Solid.
I don't know the way you said that just made me think of that. Daddy? I want to tell you I'm going to be able to talk about something later in the podcast, but I need to double check that. What is today?
That's a
The second?
tease at a possible tease.
What's today's the second, right?
Yep.
The second, 11, 12, 1, 2. It is past 2 o'clock. Yeah, all right, later on I'm going to talk to you about...
Oh. I can't wait.
Later on I'm going to talk to you about Metroid Samus Returns. Impressions. Hands-on impressions with the final version of the game. I'm going to talk to you about that later.
The final version?
Yeah, the final boxed retail version of the game.
The one they put in the stores.
Not the press demo, not the demos in stores. Yes, this is the final version of the game.
Bless you.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely talk about that later. So I will. But now we got other stuff to talk about because it was a pretty big week, actually. Let's get to the news. Nintendo is bringing back in some form, not for a long time. This is a one-time thing. Nintendo Power. Because the Super Nintendo Classic Edition is coming out. So in honor of that, Nintendo is bringing back Super Nintendo Classic Edition themed Nintendo Power covers, including a cover for Star Fox 2. So you can
Fox Toot.
download these on the internet through the power of the internet, as that guy says. Boogie2298. Is that his name? Coming to you live through the power of the internet.
See the guy who got liposuction?
Yes, he is that guy.
I've never watched his.
I have watched his videos because I'm not into the Boogie character, but I do like him as a person. He seems like a nice person.
Oh, I didn't even know he plays a character.
Yeah, that's how he got. Not the Boogie character. I'm sorry, Francis is the character. He got YouTube famous
From
for being
Pee-wee?
Francis.
Oh.
It's he plays like a super enraged nerd that freaks out about gaming news and
Oh,
gets
that
very
guy.
upset. Yes.
There was something that was
Okay, then.
like, yeah.
Hi, the gaming Gardevoir. So yes, you can download these online or at PAX West. You can go to the Nintendo panel to receive physical copies of these. So there's a little bonus for you. When's PAX? Now? Yeah, that seems right.
Can we talk about this Super NES mini?
Let's talk about that. It's another YouTube thing.
Is there something that can be done with people who create or have those bots that buy things
Just to
the
believe.
second that they're available and buy them excessively and then resell them instantly?
Well, certain retailers are canceling multiple pre-orders and only leaving people with one pre-order, so that's something.
Okay.
Other than that, no. The
'Cause I
company
heard
that makes
that there
the
was
most
like one guy or something that people were aware of that bought like tons of them, and then immediately, like the next day or whatever, after they were announced that they were sold out, immediately put them on eBay for or started,
Sharded.
advertising them on eBay.
Yeah, I'm
At,
not
like,
surprised.
A huge markup.
The company, quote unquote, that makes like the bot that everybody's using to snipe those deals, is making a buttload of money off their bot because you have to buy the bot. They said it was really big when the NES Classic came out. Now it's even bigger with the Super Nintendo Classic. And they're saying other companies have tried to shut them down to stop this stuff, and they can't. So
Why can't they?
I don't know if the legal battles haven't gone far enough,
I mean,
or they don't
it's
have legal
essentially the
ground
same
to
thing that
stand on.
happens with like ticket sales and everything. People buy
Yeah.
them, and then it says, "Oh, it's a sold out show," and then you get there and there's hundreds of seats open because people couldn't resell them or whatever, but tickets aren't available.
Professor Germs wants you and me to know that Boogie got a gastric sleeve,
That's
not
what I
gastric
meant. I'm
bypass.
sorry. No worries.
Hello, Joe Shabadoo. So yeah, Nintendo Power, cool stuff. Nintendo says they're so beautiful. They are very nice looking. I need that Star Fox one
What's up
bed.
with him, Nintendo? What's he been up to?
Commenting on Go Nintendo this week.
We should probably check in. I think I recall him being in Texas.
Pregnant?
Right?
I don't know. Well, if he commented, I think he's okay.
You don't know that. He could be like
I'm on the roof.
floating on a table, like with his laptop or something.
Well, then he's still not that worried if he's commenting on
guess.
posts. Well, he's like, well, I
That's
live
all
on.
he can do. Yeah.
I live on this board now. I guess I'll comment on the internet. All right, so Splatoon 2 is available, as you know, and the Splatfest is going on right now. The invisibility versus flight Splatfest. And for weeks, I struggled over which side I was going to pick. And finally, I made a choice last night. I am Team Invisibility. I've gone with
Really?
Invisibility.
So
yes.
invisible that he's not even playing right
Myself,
now. Or is he?
Do, and Vitamin G have joined Team Invisibility.
What?
We are fighting for Team Invisibility.
Are you fighting right
prefer
now?
flying?
No. Huh?
Are they fighting right now?
We were playing last night. It goes on all weekend. We'd like to play again.
Oh, so it's just an overall.
I know. Do also asked you to get the game, as I did. So
Yeah, and I told him the same thing I told you.
last night
Actually,
he was
I told
talking about
him-
it, and he was saying how much he wished you would get it to play.
Right, and then until I play it, and then I'll complain the whole time for.
We're
being terrible.
prepared for that.
But he said, yeah, I didn't even tell him the same thing I told you. I told him that I told you, and then I told him the same thing.
Colma, I know. Yeah, I was going to send you a message on Google Hangouts to ask you to join because we needed one more person, but we decided to switch over to Salmon Run instead. So next time, I guarantee it, I'm going to get in touch with you and give you that code. All right, so Splatoon 2. Turns out there's a special voice chat feature that fans didn't know about. So voice chat right now on the Switch is very poopy because I don't have a problem with using the app on cell phones, but the app is lackluster, I would say, and has some shortcomings such as
Sorry, what app?
not being the Switch Online app for mobile devices, which lets you voice chat with players while you're playing Splatoon 2.
So you have to use your phone at the same time you use the game, play the game.
This is a discussion from like 6 months ago, but yes,
What if you don't have a phone?
the tablet.
What if you don't have a tablet? I mean, if you don't have
Then
a
you
phone,
don't do
just-
it. I like in a universe where people can afford a $300 Switch, I would think they'd be able to have a phone or a tablet somewhere. I mean,
the phones are like $700.
well, if you're going iPhone or
What if you have some like
Samsung
Nokia
Galaxy.
flip phone or something?
like Lou.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a tablet too. I guarantee the app doesn't run on that thing.
Can you run?
But anyway.
Can you run the app through Blacko?
Anyway, you have to use the app, and like I said, you can't multitask when you're on the app. Otherwise, it drops your voice chat, and the screen has to be on, which is even more annoying. So it drains your battery on top of that. Blah blah blah. So I've been using Skype with everybody to talk.
What
while
about
we're-
Discord though? Weren't you going to do that?
I tried to, but
So this thing has been taking up space on my phone.
oh, I'm sorry. You can get rid of it. I tried to get people to use Discord, but since our friends are older, they're afraid of it. But they know Skype, so they're okay with that.
Okay,
What
our
are-
friends are not older.
What are they afraid of?
We're 35.
What are
That's
they?
not older, okay?
Oh,
Yeah, older than who?
someone gonna steal my identity from that app?
No, I was trying to tell everybody, like, we were talking about it on Skype. I was trying to tell them how popular Discord is
Why
right
do
now,
I have
and
to
why
put
we
in my
would want to
social
use it.
security number?
And they're like, I don't know what any of that is. I haven't heard anything about it. So I was like, well, Skype it is. Skype is fine, whatever.
I'm freaking lemur. Or
So
lemming, I mean.
we're using Skype and it works great. We have no problems, whatever. But Splatoon 2 has a special built-in voice chat feature that we were unaware of, but it's only available in LAN play, which is something we've done here. So if you're doing LAN play and you plug in a headset into your Switch, you have voice chat. That's all there is to it. Now, obviously, LAN play, you're talking with people in your
the same
location.
room.
But if you're playing LAN play on multiple TVs like we did and you're in different rooms, then you can use the headset to chat with each other.
Use your outside voices.
Or a tournament setting as well, where they're going to do LAN play. You would want headsets for that too. So yeah, it's there. You can use it right now. You don't need anything extra. But yes, it is only for LAN play. And like I said, usually people are very close to each other and don't need to have a headset. But if you're in different rooms of a house, it makes sense.
And
So.
what is the headset? Does that connect to other headsets via a string and a paper cup?
Sort of the way
It
that
depends on what headset you have.
we wanted to set up a
Like when you want to set up
phone.
Yes. T27 Duck says, so why keep this from online players? Well, Nintendo takes their safety of youngsters very seriously online, to a fault, we would say. I think most of us would agree. I'm certainly a Nintendo fan, but I can admit when they have some faults, and I would say right now their online app is full of numerous faults.
To keeping children safe, there's really, you can't knock somebody for being careful.
You can knock them for being too careful.
You can in this information age where we all want to be on the internet.
What too careful is.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like when it's a company like Nintendo and their ass is on the line, you could get sued for millions of dollars. I don't think there's too much such a thing as being too careful. It was certainly annoying to older consumers that don't have to worry about that stuff, but I can understand it. But still, that said, things like not being able to turn off your screen and not being able to multitask on your phone when you're using the app, that has nothing to do with family-friendly stuff. That's just poor design, which hopefully they won't update and change.
If I want to play something off of YouTube on my phone,
yes.
Like if I'm driving and I want to just play music through YouTube, I can't, because then when I go back to my navigation app, it cancels out the YouTube.
I did not know that, because I play it on my phone in a car, but I'm not doing the
Maybe I don't know how to
GPS
handle.
app.
I don't understand. Phones.
YouTube Red. You would have to pay for YouTube Red, and you could probably do it.
Red.
Yes,
Is that
YouTube
like
Red.
the adult one.
No, it's a
Red
free
Band
service that
trailers?
lets you watch videos offline, so you can get the music you want and play it offline later. And plus, you get access to their exclusive shows with all the biggest YouTubers, of which you know probably none. And that's not a knock against you. I'm just saying, you know, we're old.
Can I also just say one thing? Completely unrelated?
Sure.
So I just finished that episode of Fargo, and the very end of the episode, after the credits and everything, it says now streaming on Hulu. But when I went to Hulu after it was unavailable on demand, it wasn't there.
Tyrese says, one of the developers of Splatoon said that the original didn't have voice chat because he didn't want to hurt other people's feelings. I remember that. And I remembered reading it, and I was like, that's really nice.
Did he also,
I know that's not going to make people okay with it, but that's really nice.
After you... do you kill people in Splatoon?
No, you splat them.
So after you splat
We were
somebody,
talking about this last night.
can you teabag them after you splat them?
Yes.
Okay, so he didn't get rid of that, but he got rid of.
They like explode, so they're not there. But
you can
yes.
teabag the
Oh
essence of where they were.
yeah. So we were talking about this last night because I was
Teabag their vicinity.
We're playing the game, and Vitamin G and I are always laughing because we use the terminology that's in Splatoon. So we're calling the guns the names that they are, like the squiffer and the splatter shot and all this stuff. And Dude's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? So when I kill people, I say I splat them. And Dude gets really mad just because he doesn't like that term. And I was like, what do you want me to say? Kill, frag? And he's like, no, don't say those either. And he decided on Billy. He wants to say that I've billied them. So that's what we were saying for the rest of the night. I don't know. I don't know. What's the big thing in Splatoon is inking your spawn.
Yes,
covering your
there we
base
go.
in your team's ink so that it doesn't get overtaken so easily. And he hates that phrase so much. He's
It
like, it
sounds
just makes
filthy.
me. Yeah, he says it makes me feel gross. And I said, well, you don't have to say it, but
Makes it feel like
he was
it's
like, I
covered-
came back to the base and he was there with the splat roller covering the base, and I said, oh, great job inking that spawn. And he's like, don't say that. But he's okay with me texting everybody and saying like, it's time to splat with the boys, and he's like, oh, he loves
Billy
that.
with the boys.
No, splatting with the boys is okay,
Oh.
but oh man. All right, anyway.
Splatting with the fellas.
Miiverse is officially ending on November 8th. I'm so sorry, everybody. All your spicy memes are going to be taken down. You can get an archive of that stuff if you want.
For wholesome teams.
And obviously, this is going to impact quite a few games on the Wii U. Stuff like Super Mario Maker and things like that. You'll still be able to play and do online content, but Miiverse stuff is going away November 8th. So get your fill of it now. Like I said, you can sign out, or you can fill out some form to get an archive of your comments if you'd like. Mock Turtle says, well, this is quite shovel, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of people are upset about it. It seems like Miiverse is one of the very few universally loved features of the Wii U. People really enjoyed it. Yeah, so much so that it continued in Splatoon 2. Miiverse isn't there, but the ability to draw pictures and have the bubbles above your characters' heads and the drawings while you're in levels, all that has been retained because people like that stuff. So Tyrese says, hashtag keep Miiverse alive. I think we're past that point, my friend, but I hear it. I hear you. I'm sad to see it go too. I didn't use it all that much, but I certainly read it a lot and was really, really tickled by some of the content that people put on there. We also have a full breakdown of all the details of
If you
Miiverse
still
ending and
play
all
on
that.
the Wii U, the comments that are there and everything are gone. Like,
Not yet.
Even, like if you played.
Miiverse is ending. The end. Gone. Poof. Like it never existed.
But like when you would play a Mario game or whatever,
Gone.
and you would die,
Gone.
something would pop up. And
Yeah, gone.
Nicky Hill.
Done.
It's all.
But sometimes that
gone.
was like crowdsourcing help.
I'm sorry. You should have bought more Wii U's.
Oh yeah, let
You
me
want 5
alone
Wii Us?
bear the weight of their burden.
It is over. I'm sorry. All right, so there is a rumor of a Fire Emblem anime in the works. And why is this rumor out there? Well, Nintendo showed off new Lucina art for Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game. And because Nintendo fans are very into specifics, they analyzed this artwork for Lucina because it was brand new. And on Lucina's sword, there's some writing. And people went ahead to translate the writing, and the writing spells out Anime Project Success. What does that mean?
Why would that be on her sword?
Why is it on the sword? Yeah.
Why is it on the sword then?
Something's going on. There was a Fire Emblem anime many years ago. This is like 90s we're talking about. Obviously, it didn't come here. And now Fire Emblem is much bigger, especially worldwide, which is great news. So could Nintendo be considering moving ahead with a new anime? I don't know. Master Monster has a top-rated comment, and he says, I just hope that if there is a proper anime being made, that it won't be too focused on the fan service stuff. No running straight into boobs and being thrown back. I'm looking at you, Camilla. Keep those deadly things hidden. We kind of do need a fan service-y scene, though, where all the females are bathing in the middle of it all. Where all the females are bathing, and in the middle of it all stands Kellum. Well, I would imagine it's not going to be, if this anime does exist, I imagine it's not going to be filled with too much in the way of fan service, but I could be wrong.
Wait,
Yes, I'll wait. Fire Emblem Heroes is a mobile game.
this is its own language. Like it's somebody decoded this, right? So we're just going. Those aren't real letters of an alphabet. It's
I mean, if
Fire
you-
Emblem alphabet.
If you click the link, you can, yeah, it's like, the same crap in Zelda. You can get all the specifics if you'd like.
Oh, I can see. I mean, I'm just, maybe it meant Anime Proj Ex Uckus.
That is, I've saw people say that as a possibility. EA wants you to know, basically, this is what EA did this week. They were like, hey, listen, guys, we know our Nintendo ports in the past have been really bad, but This isn't one of those. But they, couldn't come out and say that. So EA's Andre Lazarescu.
Yeah.
Sure. Talked about FIFA 18 on the Switch this week. He says, he explains why they don't use the Frostbite engine and why this game has its own engine, blah, 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 blah. He goes on to say, we want people to recognize it and play it for what it is, rather than saying, hey, you're getting a crappy second-rate game. This is a full FIFA that players will enjoy.
Not as much as our other systems games.
Well, as far as EA Sports games go, this is the best job, as far as my understanding is, by far, that they've done with a sports game on a Nintendo system. Now, I want to take out Tiger Woods on that, because I feel the Tiger Woods games on Wii were great. There's also that point. And he also wants you to know this isn't a port of the 360 PS3 version. It is not. He says, if you put the two together, meaning the Switch versus PS3 or the Switch versus Xbox 360, you won't recognize them. When you dock the system, it's 1080p and 60 frames per second. Gen 3 could never run on this. We're also using physics-based rendering, another thing that Gen 3 did not have. We're even putting icons in Ultimate Team. Gen 3 won't have those either. The only thing I can tell you is that there's a big team of people working on this. It's being created in a very serious way. The gameplay, it's fun and different. So people that have gotten hands-on with this demo have said it feels really good. It plays nice. It looks like the real deal. So it is clear they're putting a lot of work into it. That is true. But it's not going to have all the
FIFA 18, and it plays like FIFA 18, and it sounds like FIFA 18.
FIFA.
It's a port of a FIFA game to a Switch.
So EA did do, from our understanding so far, a more than satisfactory job with this, but it is not going to have all the features of the other versions. And then 2K comes out and they're like, hey, NBA 2K18 on Switch, it's exactly the same as the other versions. They said the only difference is obviously the graphics aren't going to be as good, and it's 30 frames per second instead of 60, but it has every single feature, every single aspect. All the stuff is exactly the same. So it kind of takes some of the wind out of EA's sails, because EA's like, we can't do it. We can't do it. And NBA 2K is like, we did it. So there's that. EXY is the top-rated comment and says, you're getting a crappy second-rate game. Developer Andre Lazarescu on the Switch version of FIFA 18. So he quotes them because the guy did say that, but it's taken out of context. We'll see if people believe that statement or feel that statement's more in line with the actual product when they get hands-on with the final version. Where are we at here? GameStop talked about the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. They say that demand has been greater than the NES Classic Edition, and they say a whole bunch of other stuff. This is GameStop Senior Merchandising Director, Eric Bright. He says, the amount of demand that we've seen on the website was certainly greater than the NES Classic when it first got out. More and more people want it, and there were a lot of people that did not get an NES, so they're trying their hardest to get a Super Nintendo. We sold out in under 10 minutes. I want to say that we sold out in 8 minutes.
See, but like what we said earlier, more people were using that bot sniping program or app or whatever.
Yes.
So it's potentially maybe they sold out faster because more people were buying them faster through that app and trying to buy out the stock to raise demand so that they can resell.
Goodbye, SD Secure.
For even more.
Yeah.
I mean, plus, everyone saw how much people were getting from the NES Mini, so that now people are like, they're not even want to play it; they just want to buy it so they can resell it.
Yeah. It's a crappy situation. I also want to point out, Mr. Bright says that GameStop, while they don't know if they're going to offer more pre-orders before the system comes out, they do want you to know that you can go to GameStop on launch day and get a system. They have an allotment that is for those who didn't pre-order. So you will have a chance to go there and buy it without a pre-order.
We have 2 systems available.
And they also want you to know that launch day, you can also go online on GameStop.com and buy them that day as well without a pre-order. So you will have a chance on launch day. Whether you think lining up in person or going online is better, that's up to you.
What's launch day?
What?
What is launch day?
I don't remember. September 29th. Yeah, that seems right. Also, I want to point out again, Toys R Us is not taking pre-orders in North America, but they are saying they will have them on launch day. So if you have a Toys R Us by you, you can plan to line up that night before and hopefully get one. Good luck to those of you who are planning to do that. I hope you come away happy with your purchase. First comment comes from Guy Bones, and he says their systems will be able to handle transactions online and in store at the same time. We'll see. Yes, they have had problems with that before. Their online activity matched with their in-store activity because their computer systems are using the same thing, have thrown each other out of whack and have gone offline for a short time. So I don't know. It could happen. Switch in Japan has sold over 1.5 million units in less than 6 months. So that's Japan alone. And to put this in perspective, I don't have the specific number, but I believe it's either high 500K or low 600K. In the same amount of time that the Switch has been on the market, comparing that to the PS4's launch for its first, 26 weeks, 28 weeks, the Switch sold 1.5 million. The PS4 sold, we'll say, low 600,000. So that shows you just how big the Switch is right now in Japan. Plus, factor in the amount of stock issues that are going on in Japan, and it's still at 1.5 million. So that's one hell of a successful start for the system in Japan. We know it's doing
more stock than the rest of the world.
Nintendo tries to divvy it up. I think we get the most stock. Japan is close behind, and then Europe in general, because Europe, like France, is really big into Nintendo, and there's a couple other places, but like the UK isn't big into Nintendo, so they split it.
What's the deal with that?
UK's big PlayStation territory, like without a doubt.
Yeah, but do we know why?
I don't know why, to tell you the truth. Oh, you know what? Because I think Nintendo didn't really have the presence in Europe when we were growing up, like it did here.
Okay.
Yeah, it was more like Genesis and PC stuff over there. So
I believe it was the Mega Drive.
Mega Drive, yes. But what was I gonna say? It was a good point.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rest of the
No.
Europe.
Oh, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been in the UK top 10 for a number of weeks now. So they like Mario Kart. They're kind of into Splatoon, but not really. But yeah, France is very big into Nintendo. And other places in Europe as well. Just it's doing well in Spain as well too. I know that. But yeah, we get the bulk here. First comment comes from Guy Bones, and he says, "How is she holding that box?" And now that I look at the picture, I have the same question. I'll show you guys the picture. How is she holding that box?
Fingertips are on the edge there in the corner.
Let me see.
Bottom corner. Like, how do you hold up a cake?
Enhance image.
I don't see fingertips.
I see fingertips right there.
Which side of the picture am I looking at? I don't know if that's a fingertip.
Oh, whatever. You know what she did? She's probably at like a.
Where did the soda go?
She had Walmart. What do they have in Japan? She went to the area,
51.
the plumbing area, where you get those suction cup things for old people who fall down in the bathroom. You suction it to the wall and they get up.
Poor
she
old
got
people
the
who fall down
she
in
got
the
the
bathroom.
suction cup, and she's holding it up with a suction cup. She's
Okay.
doing fingerprints on it.
That's a tradition over in Japan. All right, so this week was the Nindies Summer Showcase 2017, which was a 22-minute video showing off Nindie content coming to the Switch. We got a couple updates on some stuff we already knew about. We got a whole bunch of reveals for games we didn't know were coming to the Switch, but now we know they are. And boy, oh boy, if you like indies, which I do, indie gaming is probably my favorite part of gaming, because there's such variety and passion and uniqueness. This was a hell of a presentation. Probably one of my favorites. So here's what's going on. I'm going to give you a breakdown of what I did for my live blog, and then I'll go through it one by one.
Spoiler alert.
Super Meat Boy Forever is coming to the Switch in 2018. So Super Meat Boy Forever is not a port. It is a sequel to Super Meat Boy. They are saying they didn't want to call it Super Meat Boy 2 just because that's lame. They want to do something different. This is a brand new, 100% brand new Super Meat Boy. This is not an enhanced port of anything. Super Meat Boy Forever is an auto runner, so it's a little different this time. So Super Meat Boy will run on his own, and you have to do all the platforming. Plus now he can like punch and slide and stuff. I think it's a Switch console exclusive, so it's going to be on mobile platforms, might be on PC, but console exclusive, it'll be on Switch. I love Super Meat Boy, so I'm down with this. We also got to look at Shovel Knight, the King of Cards DLC. So this is, King Knight's DLC that we already knew was in the works, coming out in 2018. Mom Hid My Games, which is a title we covered when it was announced for Japan. It's kind of like a WarioWare game. It's about like a boy. I don't know the story, but I guess the kid plays too many video games, and his mom hides the system. And it's like a puzzle game. You have to go through scenes and find where she hid the system. Like there's one where he like finds his 3DS in an alligator's mouth. And like, all kinds of
Mom!
I know, right? So that's coming out. Golf Story, which is a Switch exclusive, is coming out September. Golf Story is a 2D pixelated golf game, but it is an RPG as well with a super detailed story and everything. So it's a very unique game. It looks awesome. Floor Kids was announced for Switch, which features music from Kid Koala. It's a breakdancing battle game. Has single and multiplayer modes. You can use the touchscreen if you want. It comes out this holiday first on Switch, so it is coming to other platforms, but first on Switch. It's a music rhythm game with breakdancing, and it's got like a really cool hand-drawn style. Wolverblade was announced. It's the hand-drawn beat-em-up coming to Switch. It's like gives me like a Game of Thrones vibe. I don't know how else to say it, but I think it's more like Nordic. But it's like an old-school 2D side-scroller beat-em-up, but it's hand-drawn graphics. Polybridge, which I'm sure you might have played games like this on mobile devices or on consoles. It's like a physics simulator where you have to create a bridge to get a vehicle from one side to the other. I know that's a lame explanation, but these games are a lot of fun to play.
I've seen it. My cousin was playing that for quite a while.
That's coming to the Switch. Now, here's what I'm really excited about. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition is coming to the Switch. So I started playing Kentucky Route Zero on the PC a while ago, and they did episodes 1 through 4, but it was supposed to be a 5-episode game, and the 5th episode has been in the works forever. And during this event, we found out the Switch is getting Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, which is the full game, episodes 1 through 5. And the 5th episode, again, which isn't out anywhere yet, is going to debut on the Switch. So you get the full experience on Switch day 1, which is really awesome.
Tell us more.
It's so hard to explain. It's exploration and story driven. It's got a Twin Peaks vibe. It's very like mysterious. It's not like an antique furniture, like it's full of furniture dealer. It's full of like all kinds of. It's like David Lynch the game. That's what it is. That's the best way I can put it. But it's really like enticing and unique, and it's got like you should watch the trailer. You'll watch the trailer and be like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I want to play this. So that's coming to Switch. Earth Atlantis, which you already knew about, is coming out this fall. Earth Atlantis is a 2D hand-drawn. It's like it looks like it's pencil art only. Underwater submarine shooting monster game.
Say shooting, I'm done.
Next up, Hero, a community-driven online action game, is coming to Switch. I think either we knew that was coming or the developers said they wanted to bring it to the Switch. Obviously, a very big one, SteamWorld Dig 2, which was revealed a while ago. We got a surprise launch date, and it's right around the corner. So SteamWorld Dig 2 is coming out on Switch September 21st. If you have not played SteamWorld Dig or SteamWorld Heist, you need to play those games. They are some of my favorite indie games of all time.
Not to be confused with the Nintendo published game of Steam, right? STEAM.
That's right. Not to be confused with that.
Not to be confused with that.
Not to be confused with that.
Codename Steam. Nintendo's like, oh, this SteamWorld game's doing really well. You know what? Let's put out a game that sounds just like it.
So, yeah, play those two games. But if you haven't, this sequel is coming to Switch. Man, am I excited about it. And they just revealed that working on the soundtrack is the guy who did music for Hotline Miami, which has an amazing soundtrack. So, September 21st, look forward to that one. That's a big one. Mulaka was shown, which I didn't know anything about. It's another one with a really unique look. It's like, I want to say, I don't know, tribal, and it's got like spirit guides and animals and all kinds of crazy stuff. Look up that trailer. You asked about Yono and the Celestial Elephants, which I would love to tell you about. It's a.
I was excited before.
It's kind of like it's kind of isometric, and it plays like a Zelda game, but you are like a cute elephant that like talks to people. I don't know how it can talk to people. But,
You said it was like a fat one, right?
yeah, it's a little fat elephant. Looks like a lot of fun. Dragon March for Death, which is definitely at the top of my list, was revealed during this event. It's made by Inti Creates, the guys who did Azure Striker Gunvolt or Mighty Gunvolt Burst. And obviously worked on Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10. They are doing this game's called Dragon March for Death. It's a side-scrolling RPG that features 30 quests. And they say the stages are huge. The stages are like 200 screens long or something like that. And this is co-op focused, so you can have another person come in and play. And I believe it's online co-op too. So you can do 2-player local co-op or 4-player online together. It looks, I mean, if you like Inti Creates games, you're going to love this game. It looks so good. So that's coming out exclusively on Switch this winter. There was some confusion there because their press release said it was also coming out on 3DS. But then on Twitter, they clarified and said not 3DS, Switch exclusive. Battle Chef Brigade, which is like puzzle quest and cooking and resource management. It's coming out on Switch, and that's being published by Adult Swim Games. That's out this holiday. Morphe's Law was shown for Switch. It's a 4-on-4 online multiplayer shooter, and it's really unique because the part of the body of your opponents that you shoot will grow or shrink in size. So if you shoot their limbs and stuff to grow them, so like you could have like a really giant character or a really tiny character. So if you're doing worse, you become a tiny character to give you a better chance of hiding from everybody and shooting everybody else. And if you're doing really good, you might get like a humongous head, so it's harder for you to hide from people, or legs or torso or whatever you're doing. So it's a cool way to make an online shooter competitive for everybody. Like newcomers can play it and seasoned players can enjoy it because it's
multiplayer, but you're not playing. It's not co-op. You're playing against each other.
It's 4-on-4, so it's teams.
4 versus 4.
Yeah, a team of 4.
I got confused.
Sausage Sports Club is coming, where it's a whole bunch of animals that are like sausage shaped and they like wiggle around all weird, and you play like soccer and other sports. It's a party game. It looks fun.
Soccer and sports.
Light Fingers is a 4-player turn-based multiplayer game that supports tabletop mode. It's basically like a tabletop RPG, but you play it on the Switch, which I'm really interested in that. So that's set to come out on Switch first, early 2018. 9 parchments. God damn it. 9 parchments, which we've known about for a while, is coming out on Switch. If you're into Gauntlet, which I am, that's what that looks like. And then finally, they closed out the event with the official reveal trailer of it's Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. I don't know why they're doing that.
So, but you did notice that the Travis Strikes Again font is similar to a very popular thing.
I did notice that, yes.
Yeah. He's talking about Narcos, right?
Yes. So we knew Suda51 was working on something for the Switch, and he was kind of teasing that Travis was going to be involved with it. But now we got the reveal trailer. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Here's the story. This takes place after the events of No More Heroes, but they weren't specific if they meant 1 or 2 or both. But Travis is living in a trailer.
Van down by the river.
And yes, Gene is still there if you were worried. Gene is there. And what's his name? Bad Dad? That's not right. Bad guy.
Dark Lord from the first game, right?
Bad Girl was in the first one, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
She's dead. Travis killed her. And her father is coming to get revenge.
Oh, that's who that is.
Yes.
But his father, don't you fight his father in the first one?
Her father. And I don't remember fighting her father.
Aren't you... What's the story of the first one? Aren't you related? Aren't you
Bad man. Thank you, Robert. Huh?
I thought you were brother and sister. Like, if you slowed down that whole sped up thing, it was about how it was his sister.
I don't remember that, to tell you the truth. That could be.
And then you fight the last guy is her father, I thought, or your father or something. I don't know.
Well,
What's
Bad
that?
Man
What's
is
that Luke?
Bad Man is coming
Is
to
that
avenge the
Star
death
Wars?
of his daughter. And he finds Travis in this trailer hanging out. And Travis is playing Hotline Miami on some, like, I forget what it's called. It's like the Death Gear Mach 2. It's like a made-up name of a
Yeah.
video game platform.
But
And-
it's really Hotline Miami?
Yeah,
Because I was thinking perhaps it's a game that's you
No.
play in the game.
100% Hotline Miami.
Okay.
Because
So-
this is a collaboration between 6 indie developers and Suda for this No More Heroes. And I want you to know, this plays like No More Heroes. It's a 3D, like similar style as the other games, but through this game console, they get sucked into these other indie games. So Hotline Miami is one of them. And the only other one Suda confirmed was Shovel Knight. So Travis gets sucked into the Shovel Knight universe. And he confirmed that by, at a special event, lifting up his shirt to show off a Shovel Knight shirt underneath. And he's like, Shovel Knight! So 2 of the 6 games have been revealed. But yes, Travis gets transported into this game, this Phantom game system. And
I've
we'll be
watched
doing
you
his
play Hotline
assassinations.
Miami. I can't play that kind of game.
Well, it doesn't seem like you're going to play that style game. It seems like you're going to play No More Heroes style game in the Hotline Miami universe.
So you're going to be Hotline Miami, but instead of looking down onto the screen, you're going to be 3D.
I don't know. Remains to be seen. It's Suda. He does all kinds of crazy stuff. All I know is I'm excited. So yeah, that's coming out 2018. Like I said, 6 indie games are in that.
I haven't played any of his other stuff on any other systems. I feel like I know the guy.
You know the game.
Wait, what?
PS4 Suda game. Free. Really
I
fun.
downloaded it.
Oh, Let It Die.
Let It Die.
Oh no,
Good stuff.
I didn't download that.
Good stuff.
I downloaded the other game that was similar to No More Heroes. You said it's like it's all boss fights. What is that game? Very stylized.
Well, that's all of his games.
Oh.
What was that one called? Hero something?
Well,
Nier.
the only thing that's
Nier.
going,
Killer? Hero Killer?
the only name that's coming to mind, which is not the one you're thinking of, is Lollipop Chainsaw. He also did the
did that.
Spanish one.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about
What
Suda?
are you talking about?
Uh,
That's it.
I'm talking about a game. that
Yeah,
was
I'm
on the
talking about
PS4
Suda. Yes.
That was not done by him, but you said it was similar to No More Heroes, and it's all boss fights. Like the whole game is just big boss fights.
So wait, it's not done by him?
Not done by Suda,
Okay.
but it was similar to No More Heroes in that it was all big boss fights, and it's like neon pink is like the title screen or something, or the title on.
Neon Pink is the title screen. I'm looking up his games.
He did Shadow of the Damned, right? Shadows of the Damned. Lollipop
Yeah, that's what I
Chainsaw.
said. The Spanish one, Shadows of the Dam. Isn't the main character Spanish?
I never played it.
Oh, okay.
Did you,
Well,
We
did you
started
say
this whole
Shadows of
thing.
the Dam?
damn.
Shadows of the Dam.
I started this
And
whole
only-
thing by saying I've only played. I haven't played any of his other games.
Killer is Dead is the other
Oh.
one.
Yeah, I would have said that too if you asked.
Then Let It Die. So yeah, you gotta play Lollipop Chainsaw and
There's a
Killer
lot.
is Dead and Let
I
It
sh-
Die.
If I showed you my Amazon wish list, you'd see all those games on.
Well, you could borrow them from me too, you know.
No.
Okay. No. Airman Palmer says, "No more heroes." Yes, Travis is back, and it looks really awesome. Yeah, it does. It does. We gotta wait a while though.
And it looks, it's better graphics or whatever. Still same.
It does
style,
looks
but
better graphics.
It does looks better.
It's Unreal Engine 4, as Travis makes a point of mentioning in the
It's on the
trailer.
shirt.
Yes. They're very proud of that.
Here's what I didn't understand. So the dude is smashing the glass, and it says directed by Suda 51.
Yeah.
And then the next thing that comes up, and it says directed by Suda 51.
Yeah. Why? It sounds like he understood it.
Why the redundancy? Suda?
Because this is the first game he's directed in 10 years.
Is it directed by Suda 102?
Yeah, this is the first game he's directed in 10 years.
10
which is pretty
years?
cool. Yeah.
Oh, did he not direct That one?
You know,
Killers, not Killers.
It's the first game he's directed in 10 years.
What's the one that you said about?
No More Heroes came out in 2008, so
Yeah,
or 2007.
So
That's his last game that he directed.
So what was his role in the other games?
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Producer, creative consultant, storyline developer, shovel like that. Slap my name
Slap
on
my
it.
name on it if you don't want it to sell.
No, for some reason his games sell. Like, yes, that's why he's made so many games. Now, don't get me wrong; they're not like multi-million sellers, but for Marvelous and Grasshopper, they sell, which is why he keeps making games.
Well, that's good for him. Then. Good for
like
him.
Shadows of the Dam was published by EA. I don't know how that came to be.
I don't know. I mean, I just put him in the same kind of vein as Platinum. Those guys, and they're making great games that are like super crazy.
Platinum deserves more attention, certainly. Bayonetta sells, not as well as it should, but Bayonetta sells. But yeah, there are other games. There are other games. I don't know. Well, they're doing something for the Switch. We're supposed to be like, oh, I wonder if they're doing something for the Switch. We just got to wait to see what it is. I don't know when they're going to reveal it.
It's supposed to be exclusive, right? Like
I'm sure it's going to be exclusive, yeah.
Mad World 2.
Oh yeah, I remember Mad World.
I liked that game. That was.
I did too.
I do. I like that.
Dad.
I'm trying to think of a Platinum game. I wanted a sequel to The Wonderful 101.
I want my beautiful Joe.
The Wonderful 101 blew me away because when I saw the
102,
when I saw it, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I'll give it a shot. They do action games unlike any other company. They make me feel like amazing when I'm playing an action game. I'm like, I'm doing this. This is insane.
That bought it.
Really doing it.
No. Mommy, look at me. I'm doing
I'd like to see a sequel to Vanquish.
Yes, I think
They did that too.
nothing official, but I think that's cooking over there. I think they're working on something.
Just like put it on
PC, Steam, yeah. North America this week's uploads from Nintendo. Coming out on the 5th, but part of this press release is Lego Worlds. That's a big game. Lego Worlds is a game. Nope. Lego Worlds is a galaxy of imaginative worlds made entirely of Lego bricks that lets players explore, discover, and create together. Starter worlds help players master the skills and tools they'll need to unlock true creative potential and explore the myriad of worlds. It comes out September 5th. Now, remember, that is eShop or retail. Either one. Blah, 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 blah. Also new this week is League of Evil, which is kind of like Super Meat Boy. RBI Baseball 17, which is also at retail. The Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack is available. That's the first game and the second game with a whole bunch of enhancements on the Switch. The Neo Geo game Z-Blade is available, and then Annihilation is available on the Wii U. I want to point out right now that I have a new episode of Parents Play recorded. I've just been way too busy with all the other stuff going on to edit it. My Parents Play Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack, so I'm going to get that to you as soon as possible. Airman Palmer says, I'll pick up Z-Blade this week. It looks like a solid shmup, and its 90s soundtrack seems to fit it perfectly. With Azure Striker, I'll wait for the physical release. Yes, Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack on Switch is also getting a physical release. If you'd like to get that on an actual game card, you just got to wait a little bit longer. I would tell you the date, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Europe this week's uploads from Nintendo. They got Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. They also got the Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack. There's a demo for Voez, or Voez, however you're supposed to say it. That is the rhythm game that is touchscreen only, so it does not play on TV. You can only play in handheld mode. Skyride is available on Switch. Z-Blade is also available, as is League of Evil. 3DS got Parascientific Escape Crossing at the Farthest Horizon. It's a puzzle-solving escape game, if you were curious. There's a Kirby's Blowout Blast Go Kirby theme on the 3DS eShop, and that's it. I'm sorry, Mom Brain.
No Hello Kitty?
No. Wii U got add-on content for Shantae Half Genie Hero, which is the Pirate Queen's Quest. It also got updated content for the Wii U version of Minecraft. You can get the Glide Myths Track Pack and the Strangers Biome Settlers 3 Pack as well. Whatever the hell. Well, I know what biome means, but the other stuff, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. First comment comes from Freezair. And Freezair says, if you're a fan of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, or, oh boy, Danganronpa, you should totally check out the Parascientific Escape series. They're very clearly inspired by the latter series, but in more of a homage way. Plus, they have some neat puzzle design in their escape segments and genuinely enjoyable characters. But they are continuous stories, so you might want to start from the first one. Yeah, I've heard good things about those, actually. And I can't imagine they're all that long. It's pronounced voice, turquoise. Voez is pronounced voice, V-O-E-Z. Voice. Voice. All right, I hear it. Voice. Nintendo lost a legal battle this week, and they've been ordered to pay $10 million to a company, iLife Technologies, because the judge ruled that Nintendo infringed on their patent, which is related to the Wii Remote or the Wiimote. And this has happened with Nintendo before. They've lost legal battles. They say they're going to take it to the Court of Appeals, and then Nintendo wins. So we're at that point of the thing right now where Nintendo says, we lost, we completely disagree, we're taking it to the Court of Appeals. So there's going to be an update in the future. If Nintendo loses that, then they got to pay the money. But right now, they lost the initial.
More, right? They have to pay for that and the legal fees of the appeal.
But as far as I can remember, the last 3 times Nintendo has taken it to the Court of Appeals, they've won every time. So we'll see what happens. This is not the first company to say that Nintendo infringed on their patent for the Wii. Gambler says, well, this happens in Texas. The court proceedings were in Texas, and Gambler says, Texas, can this be moved to a smarter state in any way?
So
bad time for that comment.
I read that. So iLife Technologies has the technology of like, I've fallen and I can't get up. So is that what they're saying? Like, what?
Hold on one second. Boyweck says, hi guys, my first time joining the live chat. Well, I just wanted to say hi. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Anyway,
thank you for interrupting.
Go on.
iLife Technologies is like the company behind that, whatever it's called. Like, so
are you saying iLife or iLike?
iLife. It's the company.
iLife. Okay, yeah, just making sure.
But whatever the technology is, where like if a person falls down, they're automatically connected to a.
Are you asking or are you telling?
I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know what they do. Oh, you're talking about motion sensing? When
basically, motion sensor. When they fall down. Yes.
That's great. I don't know.
No, that's how the device works.
I know. I don't know what this company does.
You don't even have to. Yeah, Life Alert. That's what I'm talking about.
iLife Alert.
Are we gonna do this?
No, but if that's the case, they can't. Like, what's the infringement?
That's what Nintendo says. I don't know what they're saying, but Nintendo says it's not valid. Listen to this bull dunk. 100% bull dunk. Oh, this makes me so mad. I did a today's big story on this. Yeah. Listen, I know GameStop wants to sell bundles, their own bundles for systems, because they make more money that way. I get it. We all know that's the case. When you're asked about this stuff, give me the basic corporate answer. Don't try and convince me that you're doing me a favor, because that's bull. Everybody knows that. So in this interview, some guy at GameStop's Eric Bright, him again, this guy again. He was asked about why GameStop does forced bundles for the Switch and the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. This is the answer he gives. We really try to do a great job of pairing up items with things customers like to buy. In the case of Switch, we know the customer is going to want a way to charge the Joy-Cons, so we often throw in charging devices. We know the Switch has limited memory and customers like to download games, so we'll add a memory stick. Who the hell calls it that? And then you need a game itself, because what good is a piece of hardware without a game to play? We make it more convenient. We put some items in the bundle from ThinkGeek.com, retro items that would appeal to those buyers. Customers have the opportunity to come into our stores and choose the accessories that they would like to bundle with their hardware or buy online, the predetermined bundles we have put together to help make the shopping experience more convenient. Customers also have the option of coming into our GameStop stores to purchase non-bundled product. It is not more convenient. You are not doing the customers a favor. you are getting more money because you know the demand is high and people will pay the higher price.
So
no one wakes up and is like, boy, I can't wait to buy a Super Nintendo Classic Edition, a book about the Super Nintendo, and a 1-up plush for $200. Nobody says that. Well, are they buying it? Yes, because they're like, well, I want the damn thing, and this is the only option. We get it. You're a business. You want to make money. Don't tell me you're doing me a convenience. That's so infuriating to me.
but the way that is kind of worded makes me think like, if I go to the store, I can put this, that, and this together, things that I need or I want, and they're going to give me a discounted price because I'm bundling them
Well,
together.
they do have some options
so
like that.
That is nice.
But it's not really a discount. What they're saying is,
marking up
here, we have this bundle where it's the system, an option of these 3 games and a controller. You get to pick which of the 3 games you want, and then you pay $200, and it's still $20 more than what it would be on its own. And this is also a lie because I've been to GameStop. I went through it with my mom when she was trying to buy a Switch. We went into the store, and he says, you have the option of coming into our GameStop stores to purchase non-bundled product. They wouldn't let us do that. I specifically said...
because they were out of the non-bundled, and now you want something that's part of a bundle.
We went into the store, and the only option...
Unbundle it. There's a ribbon around it tying everything together. I can't
like,
cut the
Yeah,
ribbon.
right. The only options in the store were go online and order the bundle, or in-store order the bundle. That was the only option. So they had Switches, but they were forcing bundles. What an ass. What an ass.
I haven't liked GameStop for a year.
Like I said, I know it's a business and you want to make money. I understand that. I don't have to like that, but I can at least understand that. But don't tell me it's a convenience. It's not.
I didn't like GameStop since I tried to sell
Listen to me, Eric.
I tried to get my money back for a game that was scratched, but I didn't have a receipt. So then I said, so they wouldn't take it back and they wouldn't give me my money back. So I was like, okay, I want to trade this in. And they're like, okay, here's your money for the trade in. I'm like, I already told you it's scratched, and you're just going to trade it like that?
Yep.
You're just going to take it and then you're going to sell it to somebody else.
Eric Bright, more like Eric not so bright.
Hey,
Clark-
Eric, that ain't right.
Oh. Clark 2K is a top-rated comment, and he says, on the positive side, these bundles keep scalpers away. Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Scalpers don't want those. That's true, because they can't scalp a 1-up plush.
Scalper's going to
Scalp
scalp.
your
Scalper's gonna
garbage.
3 more Shovel Knight amiibo were announced at the Nindies at Night event.
Get them bundled at GameStop.
Oh boy, I don't know what. Yeah, okay. The bundle will include Spectre Knight, Plague Knight, and King Knight. It's a 3-pack amiibo bundle. We don't have the release date yet. What do these do? They will give you the Helper Fairies. They also give you new challenge stages for each character's new armor, and more. What a lovely surprise. A 3-pack of more Shovel Knight amiibo. They are quite nice looking, too. I enjoy them. DT Foe says, sometimes it still amazes me about how everything just kind of worked out and fell into place for Yacht Club. And all thanks to a successful Kickstarter that they handled exceptionally. Anyways, definitely looking forward to this amiibo set. After clearing all 3 current campaigns, I've been looking for a new excuse to jump back in. Yacht Club is the quintessential example of a successful Kickstarter that does things right. They have provided so much extra content for people. They've delivered it all on time. They've been extremely receptive and responsive to their consumers when they have questions.
So they're still,
They've done it so well.
they're
Yeah,
still
King Knight.
riding the Shovel Knight.
Well, you're
Sorry, they're still riding the Kickstarter wave.
yeah. The King Knight DLC is coming out later in 2018.
That's still part of
That's
it.
so many years worth of content provided for one game. The amount of content they've added to Shovel Knight is unbelievable.
Where they could have just been like, all right, we're coming out with Shovel Knight 2.
Yep.
Buy it.
Yeah. And like on Switch, you can get Shovel Knight, whatever it's called. I forget. But it's the all-encompassing everything that was released up to that point for the $15, the same price, which is nuts. And also available on Wii U.
Well,
and
that's
3DS.
like what you call it too. I feel like, right? Way Forward's kind of doing similar with
Way
Shantae.
Forward does Way Forward does a good job too. Yeah, I have no complaints there. It's just Yacht Club was a brand new company at the time. The spin-off from
Although I think if
or
people
people
want,
from Way Forward, but
if people want that Pirate's Curse
or not the Pirate's Curse, but the Pirate's storyline, whatever that is.
Pirate's Quest.
Quest.
Yes.
So close. That they might have to pay for if they buy it new, right?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I'd have to look. I don't want to say something and be wrong. EA's talking more about FIFA. Why it doesn't include all the features of the other versions. This is the same guy from before, Andre Lazarescu. He says,
Really gassy.
yeah, it's that GameStop. They're making me angry. He talks about how there's kind of like there might be a different type of player on the Switch, more social player or more casual player, blah, blah, blah. So he's asked about why the game lacks career mode transfers, the new cinematic stuff, the journey content. And he says that stuff's unlikely to come to Switch. But he says the hardware is very difficult. EA is the first company I have heard say anything about the Switch being difficult to develop for. All I've heard from indies and third parties are how easy it is to bring to the system. Like companies talking about how they ported over a game in 2 days or something like that. EA's like, man, this is hard. This is hard work. So I don't know what they're talking about. This is honestly the very first developer I have heard say that. It's EA. Like we're at the point where I can say that, and everybody's like, "Oh, I know what you mean." Like recently, they were like, "Well, Mass Effect's going to take a break for a while," and everybody's like, "Well, yeah, because you screwed it up. That's why it's taking a break." EA's going to EA. What?
They screw up Mass Effect, and then it gets put in a timeout.
Yes, exactly.
Did you say EA gonna EA?
Cyrus Zuo says EA plus Nintendo hardware equals fail. I'm sure when EA stuff doesn't sell on Nintendo's platform, once again, it will be because it's just impossible to sell to the Nintendo fan. That's right, EA. Never go ahead. Blame others. Never take responsibility for the fact that you consistently put out second-rate versions of your games on Nintendo hardware. And guess what? People don't want second-rate versions. I think everybody's it's been going on for a few years now, but this year in particular, I think everybody's seeing EA in the same light and starting to realize how shifty they truly are. Yes.
No, the next news story explains exactly why 2K can do what they're doing, and EA is going, we can't.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, that could be a possibility.
That's a big part of it. I mean, space and size and processor.
Yeah, but they're not talking about any of that stuff. They're talking about like.
But if you didn't have a micro SD card,
so then if that was the case,
you wouldn't be able to play because it says it is required.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then why isn't EA doing this? It doesn't mean anything extra for them.
Because they didn't see someone do the example yet. Now that they have it, maybe they could in the future.
So
except what's going to happen is that no one's going to buy FIFA for the Switch, and then they're going to go, oh, nobody buys it.
I honestly think FIFA's going to sell well for Switch. I really do.
Well, then EA's going to be screwed when they
try
to pull that excuse of, games don't sell.
So a Nintendo rep talked about the situation with some Switch games. There are going to be Switch games at retail, even if you buy a physical copy of the Switch game. Some game boxes will have a logo on them that say Internet download and micro SD card required. So this means that even if you are buying a physical game card, these games will still require the use of a micro SD card to download additional content. Now, those game cards will have game content on them. You'll be able to play certain stuff on those games, but you won't have access to all the content. You'll need to download the rest. We're not going to go into the whole comment from Nintendo on it, but you get the idea. All these games will have banners on the boxes to let you know this is the case.
How many times do you think people are going to buy the game and a micro SD because they think they need a dedicated
one for each?
micro SD?
Right. Yeah, it's going to happen. How many games are going to do this? I don't think it's going to be too many. If I had to, so right now the only one we know of is NBA 2K18. You'll need a micro SD card. Now, obviously, if you're going just the eShop route, none of this matters. You're just downloading it anyway. But
so, do you think?
I would guess like Skyrim. I bet you Skyrim's one of them that does this.
It's
too.
crazy that for how big people say Legend of Zelda is, that it doesn't.
Optimization, different approaches to visuals. It's Nintendo. They're going to know their own system best. Now, here's the other thing that comes up. Developers could be publishers specifically could be passing on the cost of publishing a Switch game card to the consumer rather than taking it on themselves. So there's a 16 gig Switch game card and there's a 32 gig one. Publishers might be more inclined to do the 16 gig card because it's cheaper for them and pass on the cost to the consumer, make them buy the micro SD card to get the content. But I don't know, maybe this game uses a 32 gig card. We don't know yet. But it's obviously very easy to see that publishers are going to do that because game cards are more expensive. So they're going to say, well, we'll do the 16 gig card and force a download through micro SD, but we don't have to buy the micro SD. And maybe there will be publishers later in that do bundles with a micro SD card because it'd be cheaper to do a bundle with a micro SD card than it would be to publish a 32 gig card.
You know where you can probably get that bundle?
GameStop. Power to the players. Rudy C3 has a top-rated comment and says, I'd rather pay just a bit of extra for a full game on a cart than have to spend the same amount of money multiple times for a large SD card. I don't want to end up with so much downloaded content then that a single SD card won't be enough, and I'll have data on several cards. I won't know what's on which. Not to mention, for preservation's sake, when the day comes that you can't download the data anymore, I still want to be able to play the games that I buy today. So nope, I won't be buying into that. If I wanted to have to download something, I wouldn't buy a physical copy at all in the first place. I can completely understand that argument, my friend. You are right. Things we got to think about what happens in the future when servers go down or licenses change, and maybe you won't be able to get that content anymore. Yeah, but like I said, I really don't think that's going to be something that we see all that often with Switch games. It'll happen, but by and large, you'll get game cards that fit the entire game.
Unless that thing kind of is the issue of like, oh, we'll just buy a smaller card and let people buy that. Or,
yeah, know, but
unless they have the feeling that like everybody's got big SD cards.
Well, like I was saying, this problem exists for me on Xbox One and PS4 as well. Like I hit my storage limit on PS4 a long time ago. I found out recently that you can do an external hard drive, which you couldn't originally do. So that's a new option for me. But my 500 gigs on PS4 filled up a long time. You can get games that are over 100 gigs alone, one game. So my storage space has been eaten up for a long time, and I just play the deletion game. I'll go in and be like, well, I don't want this anymore. And
that sounds like
and I said
the deletion game.
I personally like it better to get a micro SD card. I feel like getting a micro SD card to expand storage is a lot easier than at least what it used to be on PS4. Had to physically get a new hard drive, open up the system, take that out, put in a new one, format, all that stuff. With a micro SD card, you're just in and out, and that's it. Yeah, external storage now, which is available on PS4, I believe, is definitely a better option. But yeah, I like the micro SD card thing. But yeah, what that commenter said is true. Depending on how many games do that, you could be like, well, I have 7 micro SD cards. I don't know where you're going to have to label them or find a way to keep track of it on your own. Final top story, man, we're late. I'm going to read it real quick. Pokemon Company wants to point out that they really don't see a time when Pokemon games are going to appear on anything other than Nintendo platforms, minus mobile. So they're cool at mobile, but they want to keep the games on Nintendo platforms. This is Pokemon Company's Junichi Masuda. He says, everyone really knows Nintendo. There's a familiar. People are familiar with the brand. They have that really strong brand. And Pokemon being associated with that and being affiliated with that is very important. With Pokemon, at least, we feel it's really important to be with Nintendo, specifically for the Pokemon titles. So I don't think that would ever happen. So if you're worried about Pokemon going somewhere else, like Xbox One, PS4, ooh, yeah. It's not going to happen. BPM says, well, considering that ownership of the Pokemon IP is split 3 ways between Nintendo Creatures and Game Freak, and that Nintendo wholly owns Creatures Inc., I seriously doubt we'll ever see Pokemon on a non-Nintendo gaming system. I don't know why this question keeps coming up. Well, BPM, I'll point them to you from now on. That's a lot. Laxter says, clean out that fridge. Yeah, that's what they used to say for the Wii. Clean out that fridge. I honestly think a lot of it also has to do with companies not optimizing their code and their assets. Look at what Shinen manages to do with their games. They made amazing looking games on WiiWare, which had a 40 meg limit, and they still do that stuff now.
To this day.
To this very day. All right. Who played stuff they want to talk about? Oh, I don't need to do anything. Go right ahead.
Am I on camera? I can't even tell.
You are on camera.
Okay. I played the Pirates. Is it Pirate Queen's Quest or just Pirate Quest?
Yours sounds right.
Okay. I played the DLC for Shantae Half Genie Hero, where you play as Risky Boots.
Yes.
I just got the. I just received the PS4 code. I think it was on Thursday night. They were a little late getting it out, but before that, they also sent me. They were nice enough to send me a code for Steam.
Yes.
So I did play the Steam version for a little bit, but because I was using I wasn't really digging the controls just because I was playing using a the Xbox 360 type controller for Windows.
Yeah.
And the D-pad and that kind of sucks.
It is a bad D-pad, yes.
Yeah, but I only played it for like a little bit, and then then just this morning I downloaded the PS4 version, and I just beat the third boss, I think. So it's fun, and because I'm a backer, it was completely free.
I was talking to Matt Bozon at Way Forward about the codes for it, because like you said, there was a bit of a delay, and he was like, he said he didn't know what was going on. Like they thought the codes were going to be in, and they weren't for like the systems for it was coming out on, obviously. So they did the Steam thing because they're like, we want to give people something.
I want that one.
I want that one.
Yeah, I think Europe got it. Got the codes first.
Yes,
as far as the PS4.
That is my understanding. Yeah, I need to play it. I haven't played it yet. There's so much stuff to play.
You get to see Risky Boots taking a bath.
Yes.
What?
Risky boobs. Am I right?
Risque boots.
Risque
Yeah,
boobs.
I mean, we all know you have a thing for Shantae. I might actually have a thing for Risky.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong.
No,
I also
know.
like Risky Boots, but
This guy's favorite.
she's mean. I know she's got a heart in there.
Well, that might be why I'm into her.
I think Raw Meat's favorite is Roddy Tops.
I do like Roddy Tops too, yeah, but she screws over Shantae all the time.
Yeah, that's kind of her
So
thing.
that's what good friends do.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
I also played the original Mario Kart earlier this week.
Super Mario Kart?
Yeah,
And you live to tell the tale? I remember trying to play it. The graphics like make your eyes bleed.
The trick is to just look at your racer and not at the actual
Yes, blur.
racetrack. Yeah. I think it was just because like I was looking through my news feed and I saw an article. I think it was like AV Club or something, talking about how it's like the 25th anniversary of
It
the
was
original
this
Mario
week,
Kart.
yes.
I was like, hey, you know what? Why don't I play it?
Somebody just released, there's, I don't know who does it, but these sound patches come out for Super Nintendo games, and it's a specific, I don't know how they do it, but long story short, it upgrades the soundtrack to give it like CD quality sound with like real instruments and stuff. And you can play the Super Nintendo version with this high quality audio. And we posted a video of somebody doing that with Super Mario Kart, and it's amazing. It's like it keeps the Super Nintendo sound effects, but the soundtrack is like listening to a regular CD or like an actual band playing the music, which is really cool.
Nice. I was playing it on the Wii.
Ah, yes.
I think we still have the
Please
Super
don't.
Nintendo cartridge. It's probably my brother's place.
Yes, Mom Brain.
I found someone that you are going to love. I gotta let him cycle through. I mean, it just.
Is this a GIF?
Well, yeah, but it's like a long one.
Is this a GIF? Oh, I've seen the guy. Yeah, I watched him.
He's so
It's
great.
like what's his face from Twin Peaks.
Oh my goodness.
The jumping man?
No, the guy out in the woods.
Oh,
Uncle
Jerry
Jerry?
Horn?
Yes.
So
Is that it, Kirby?
I sent it to my dad.
Yeah. Just wanted to mention I'm definitely not as good as I used to be at Mario Kart. I think I'm a little out of practice.
Your skills have evolved to more current games, and
I guess.
yeah, I'm not very good at it anymore either. Mom Brain, you play anything?
Nope.
Nicky Hill, you play anything?
I've been kind of slowly making my way through Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Shrap.
Oh,
Having some trouble, and you're not going to like it, but I've looked up a map, or like series of maps to try to just help me because I'm not getting to play it frequently enough, and I'm just like,
if you're going back to it, it's
and
hard
like
to
there's
remember.
there's like one door somewhere that you can't get to or whatever. So I'm not like cheating. I'm just looking at it because then I look at the map and I'm like, I don't remember this at all. So,
Great graphics, great soundtrack.
I love
fun
the new
game.
graphics. I love this. The new soundtrack is great, and it makes me so. I wanted to message you about this. When you get into the room where you can transform,
Yes.
there's like an ambient cavey sound.
Yes.
That when you're playing on just the Switch like tab console or whatever, like handheld mode, it's almost like 3D sound or or surround sound or something because I hear these sounds and it sounds like it's coming from different parts of my room. Like the first time I heard it, I was sitting in my chair and I thought it was sounds coming from outside, like somebody's car was running or something. And I was like,
play with headphones and see how it is.
I think it's just amazing that the speakers can do that. That's something about the way they did the sound design is.
Well, that whole game is top notch. They really put a lot of work into it. That's
I've never even heard of that company before.
What's the company?
Don't remember.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar with them before that either. Anything else?
Yeah, I was at work and they were doing a rope cut test, and I was like, "Oh, this is like Cut the Rope." I haven't played Cut the Rope in a while, so I've been playing Cut the Rope.
He likes those candies.
Oh my god, nom nom or nom.
I don't know, whatever.
Sounds right.
So I'm on the season 2 of Cut the Rope.
Oh, congratulations! Got picked up for a second season.
It's actually like 3 or 4.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What did I play this week?
Let's get you on the camera. Is this a new camera?
Yeah, it is.
It's a white light instead of a blue.
You are right.
What is it? 4K?
No, it's 1080p. I don't think this laptop could handle 4K.
Probably melt.
I don't remember. All right, let me think. So I didn't play anything on PS4. I did play stuff on Switch, but when I played more Pixel Lines DX, which is a nice puzzle game. I showed that to my mom, and she really enjoyed it, so she's going to pick that up too. But it's like a weird Picross. It's a lot of fun.
High cross.
High crust.
Oh, I played Splatoon 2. I played a lot of Splatoon 2 because I was splatting with the boys, like I said. And we played Salmon Run mode, and we played Turf War, and we played some Splatfest, and oh man, having so much fun with that game. I'm glad our friends are into it and playing and having fun, and it's a good time. It's a real good time. That Salmon Run mode is so addictive. We played probably the most of that last night. I'm just having fun, really enjoying it. Played a little bit of Azure Striker Gunvolt just because of the parents play, but I don't want to spoil that stuff because I want you to see the video when that's done. And I also played Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I'm very slowly going through that game because I suck at those type of games, but I'm enjoying it. It's good stuff, high quality, very enjoyable. I feel very successful when I come out of a battle alive, so I'm having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys are too. Also, David Soliani, the I don't know what he is, the creative director, I guess. He's like, the front for the game. Tweeted out a picture this week, and somebody was like, "Oh my God, you look like RMC." So I took the exact same picture and combined them and tweeted it to him. Laughing about it all week. He's such a nice guy. He's talking to me about what he's playing, and Splatoon as far as the Splatfest goes, and he's the opposite team of me, so now we can't talk anymore. And I've been playing Metroid Samus Returns, which I can talk a little bit about. I don't know what the review embargo is on that. I think it's the 12th. I think it's September 12th. I know Nintendo in the commercial says Samus is back, and the website says Samus is back. But, you know, it's cheesy, but it's true. Yeah, Samus really feels like she's back. Samus feels like such a kick-ass character. Like, it's almost like Nintendo is like, oh my god, we got to recorrect what happened. We got to make sure Samus is more badass. I don't know if it's Nintendo's direction or Mercury Steam's direction or both together, but Samus feels awesome. Samus feels really cool. She feels like she used to. It's great, but cooler. Because now she's got the free aim, so she can aim her arm cannon all over the place. And she's got the melee move, which is so cool. Because the enemies come in and like they come to attack you, and you can be like, get out of here. And it, like every once in a while it does a little slow-mo and to knock them back. Yeah, it just feels awesome. And the game is like, at least for me, it's so big. But like I feel like the game doesn't drag things out by like really making you hunt down power-ups. Like within the first hour, it's like boom, boom, boom. Here's this thing. Here's that thing. Here's this ability. Like it's like, all right, let's get this stuff. Let's get exploring, which I can really appreciate. It's great. Oh my god, the remix of the main theme for Metroid 2: Return of Samus is so great in this game. It gave me goosebumps. It's giving me goosebumps thinking about it now. They did such an awesome job on remixing that song. And the sound design altogether. I'm playing the game in headphones because it sounds so good. It's great. It's a great Metroid game. I have a lot more to do. But I played Metroid 2: Return of Samus when it came out. That was the first Metroid game I played. And other than storyline, if you told me this was a new Metroid game, I'd believe you. It's like, because everything, you know, level designs have been tweaked greatly, and now areas actually look different, and enemy placement is different. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's a new Metroid game. Yeah, I know the release date is the 15th, Magic Troop. I'm talking about the review embargo. Yeah, it's good stuff. I can't wait to talk more about it. I just can't talk too much as per the preview embargo. But yeah, if you like any of the other Metroid games, you're going to love this one. And if you really like the 2D Metroids, then you're going to be over the moon about this one. It's really good. It's really good. I'm enjoying it so much, I want to sit with it plugged into my stereo just to enjoy the music that way. Just to like get into the experience more. I just got to find my cable. But yeah, I'll talk to you more about that later. Our friends at Game Explain posted up some footage today. You can go check out their stuff if you want. All right, let's do a question. Remember, send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. We need your questions because if you don't send them, we can't do this segment. Like I said, we have a good amount in here now, but if we ever get to a point where we run out, that's it. We're done. Never doing them again. This question is from, I believe this is pronounced Ease after...
like the game?
Yes, but not spelled that way. Oh. After following the CEO of Ubisoft, which his name is Yves Guillemot, and he spells Ease Y-V-E-S. So that's this guy's name. So I'm saying Ease. Oh, it's SD Sick Hero. Oh my God, I didn't know that was his name. Wow. SD Sick Hero says, ooh, questions are back and with their own email address. For the crew, which superpower would you take, flight or invisibility, and why?
Flight.
Flight. Why?
I'm team flight. Flight just, it seems like so much fun being able to fly. What are you going to do if you're invisible? Just like play pranks on people?
If I'm invisible, I'm going to sneak on any plane I want to fly on.
You still won't be comfortable, though.
Yeah, like someone would have to
sit on you.
Yeah, someone would sit on you, and then you...
Or I guess you could sit on them.
No, I'll get up in one of those... So...
storage compartments.
Yeah. Because, you know, they say, oh, it's going to be a small flight, so...
Yes, boy, whack, we want them.
put their suitcases below the, they say, oh, we have to put everybody's suitcase below the flight because it's going to be overcrowded. And then you get there and all the overhead compartments are empty.
Colma, you're right.
Jumping on those.
Doesn't seem very comfortable.
Okay, so you're picking team invisibility then.
I think, why not?
So I'm invisibility, you're invisibility, you are flight, and you are...
Flight.
Oh, we got another flight. Why flight?
Well, I feel as though invisibility, I can make myself pretty invisible. Like, I can really...
Are you a killer?
What? No, but I'm just saying, like, I could make myself invisible. Here's...
I'm invisible to my parents.
Oh.
I'm not to my parents. But I could
go on.
So I think that flying is just handier. It's like a faster way to get places. I agree with Kirby that the sneakiness.
I mean, if you're gonna go flying into a bank vault, people are gonna notice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Yeah,
I guess you're right. You could like.
Don't get me
steal
wrong.
Things.
Flight would be amazing. It would be a ton of fun. I agree with that. But as far as practicality, I'm going with invisibility.
I just feel like there's a lot of dishonesty that comes with the invisibility.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have... Well...
The only
There's a lot
real
of
perk
justice,
for
too.
me would be the things that I would gain from being dishonest with my invisibility.
I mean, Harry Potter got a lot of things
Well, let's
done
put it
with
this
his
way. Why do you have to
invisibility.
be dishonest? Maybe you could be a spy for America and find out secrets and save our country.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but then you're
I
gonna
could
find
fly and-
you're gonna find the secrets, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that's fake news."
Or maybe you could be invisible and watch all of our friends eat hot dogs when they're alone to see which one of them eats them like a pervert. Ever think of that?
Wow, that
What do
sounds
you
so
mean, it's
useful.
like a pervert?
Gets like real sensual with them.
I don't think we know anyone.
Or do you consider?
We don't know.
Do you consider starting at the middle, like eating a hot dog? Like that's a pervert.
I've never seen that.
Why did I choose this power? As the sticker says, optional. If neither, which superpower would you take?
I mean, I'm not. I can't.
Is there
think
anything
of-
you would take over your choice of
I
invisibility
can't
or
think
flight?
of original things, so no.
I'd say flight comes first, then maybe, I don't know, nigh invulnerability, like the tick.
Yeah. I agree with that one. I would do something like that. All right. Well, thank you for the question, SD Sekiro, or now that I know your name, Ease. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, or perhaps it's Yvez.
But if we're talking about
Yves.
powers, like, are a lot of people flying?
What?
Do a lot of people have that ability to fly?
What, you're worrying about traffic?
Remember that movie,
Yeah.
The Boy Who Could Fly?
It's one of my
The boy,
favorites,
what could
actually.
fly?
Yeah, I'm concerned about air traffic and people slamming into each other and slamming into planes because they're flying.
I mean, there's a
Too
lot of
close to-
airspace. I mean, it's not like the road where you can only go left and right. Like in the air,
No,
you can go.
but I'm
everywhere.
hey, you go to the sidewalk, walk the sidewalks in the city, and people are just cutting you off. And if you're flying, you're gonna have some trouble.
Coleman says, "What I do with my hot dogs is the personal business of me and the invisible people around me." Look at them eating that hot dog. All right, Mom Brain, let's do music.
Let's. All right. So it is time.
You think anybody eats their hot dogs at home leisurely, like the competitive eaters eat them? So they get like a cup of water and like dunk their hot dog bun in the water.
Sorry, I'm not sure where that music was coming.
I love that soggy bun.
I like the idea of maybe taking the hot dog off the bun, slicing it up, and then putting it back on the hot dog bun and eating it cut up, but still with the bun. Or if you don't have a knife, you have to bite all the pieces off and spit them back onto the plate, and then pick them back up and put them back.
Oh, that's great. Name Game Clown says, "This is a weird discussion."
Yeah, right.
Welcome to the GoNintendo podcast.
I'm not gonna lie, I really want a hot dog.
You want to hear it? You want to hear it?
Oh.
I think it's about bebop time to come back.
Yeah, man. Okay, so our first song comes from Kevin PDZ.
Thanks, Kevin.
Good old Kevin.
Oh my God, this is a Metroid.
Yeah.
Okay, I have two guesses. It's a
Metroid
GBA one. It's either Fusion. Oh, you got it.
You got it.
Nicky Hill got Metroid Fusion.
Metroid Fusion.
Great job.
I really want No More Heroes now.
Next song comes
Now
to
More
us
Heroes.
from Raj Chaos.
Now more heroes.
GoldenEye.
No.
Perfect Dark.
No.
That bass instrument confuses me. I want to say it's a portable.
No.
Oh, what system?
SNES.
James Bond Jr.
No.
One time.
Is it
Who Framed Roger?
No.
It's not licensed, you said?
No.
Mario's missing.
No. It's a Capcom game.
All right, now you're giving too much information. Capcom, and it sounds so bad. What's Capcom? Goof Troop?
No. It's not licensed.
Oh, yes.
So you gotta keep
How about a Demon's Crest?
Nope. Want to touch my Demon's Crest?
How about Breath of Fire?
Yes.
There you
Breath
go.
of Fire.
2.
Has Capcom said anything about that Disney compilation?
No comment. We
The
have no
song
comment.
comes from Barry B. Benson.
Advance Wars.
No.
Sounds like it could be N64.
It is.
Yeah.
Odama.
All right, Bio Freaks.
War Gods.
War Gods.
No.
Yeah.
Makes the Dark Ages.
No.
Win back.
I will be showing you the box art for this.
Battle tanks.
No.
How about some like monster truck game?
Nope.
Biggity Buck Bumble.
No. There's a little thing on the cover that says intense 1 to 4 player action.
Descent. Hexen.
Nope.
I was gonna say Nightmare Creatures, but that's not.
Doom 64.
No.
Oh, so bad. Go ahead. I don't know.
Army Men Air Combat. And can you please look at the box
Yeah,
art?
that is a great box.
Hot dogs.
Yeah. I
And
would
the
have.
one is like split.
We gotta get out of here. This hot dog splitting.
We got a screamer.
We're gonna get covered in hot dog juice.
They're gonna melt getting that close to the grill.
Okay.
They're army soldiers. They know what to do.
This next song
They're army men.
comes
Army
from
men soldiers.
Mr. Kapow. This is Mr. Kapow's first submission.
Thanks, Mr.
And
Kapow.
says, I
to the
love the
pod,
podcast,
Kapow.
mostly for the randomness of your conversations. The podcast has made me smile on my most darkest
You
of
make-
days, so I thank you all for that.
You make me smile, Mr. Kapow. Unless I don't get this song, then I don't like you anymore.
That's not.
What system is this?
I don't know.
This feels like a.
I don't know.
American Horror Story, the movie.
Yeah, right.
The show.
You don't know what system.
I don't.
Well,
Wow.
what's the name of the game then? Let me tell you.
This feels like it could be a Suda game.
It's not.
Man, we don't even have a system. I don't even know where to go. You could like search the game, you know, find out what system. I can't even. What's the genre? Because it's not like I don't
I believe
feel.
it's an RPG.
I don't feel like it's horror.
Uh, 3DS.
Oh, is it one of those Persona games?
That's the vibe I was getting. Yeah, can you turn it down one, please? Oh, that's familiar. It's got like an Atlas vibe.
It is an Atlas game.
Yeah, see? What else does Atlas do on
Knights in the Nightmare?
Nope.
3DS Atlas RPG? Of course it's an RPG.
I think it's an RPG.
Shin Megami Tensei Gunpowder.
No.
Good guess. Atlas. Okay, Atlas. What does Atlas do? Etrian Odyssey.
No.
It's an RPG, you said?
She's not sure. She thinks it's an RPG.
I'll look it up.
Was
It's
it-
not Persona. It's not Etrian Odyssey. It's not Shin Megami Tensei.
It's
Yeah,
not,
it's an RPG.
It's not Under the Knife.
Code of Princess.
Well, so wait. So
Swordman.
So
I don't think it
Sword of
was-
Mana.
here's the thing.
The thing is,
Wasn't I don't believe originally.
Goodbye, everybody.
I could have totally botched this.
We win. All the music.
well, I don't know what to do, so just we don't have time. Go on.
Dragon Quest 7.
Oh, okay.
That is not Dragon Quest 7.
So I must have flubbed Mr. Kapow's submission.
His first submission.
His first submission and last. I'd stake my life on that not being Dragon Quest 7.
All right. Well, you talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
And I'll-
Let's talk about how that definitely wasn't Dragon Quest 7. Yeah, I know Dragon Quest music. It's definitely not that. That's like, I feel like a Persona or a, I feel like a Persona fits with that.
What's that other game?
Or Shin Megami Tensei.
Or yeah, I'm sorry, it's Shin Megami Tensei. Are they the same game, or is like one a spin-off? I'm always confused by
I
that.
don't know because I don't play them, but I believe they are their own things.
Okay.
Because there's like a whole bunch of Shin Megami Tensei
Oh.
games that have other subtitles, but there's no like Persona Shin Megami Tensei. It could be a spin-off at some point. Somebody help us. Colma also makes another great point. Dragon Quest 7 is an Atlas.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. So
Who the hell is it?
What was it on?
She said 3DS.
so then it was.
You know, next game might be Dragon Quest 7.
Well, yeah, I could tell you which game is Dragon Quest when I hear it.
Then it was Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, okay. What? 4?
4.
Okay. All right. Then we got a point.
Sorry. I'm real sorry about that one.
Well,
Good job.
thanks for your last submission ever. It was.
Well, he can submit more.
3DS.
He doesn't want to. He's finding a new
Why don't
podcast
you
now.
let him decide?
This one
He's going to listen to
another first time submission,
the No
and it's
Nintendo
from
podcast.
Andreas from Sweden.
Dragon Quest
Thank
7.
you. Dragon Quest 7. This is a WarioWare.
Yeah. Well, no, it's Wario.
Oh, it's a Wario. All right, Wario Land 3?
No.
Wario Land 4?
Yes.
No, actually, this is Dragon Quest 7.
This is Shin Megami Tensei.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's pretty good.
Wonderful.
This next one comes from Glitter Bubble 3.
No, Joe Shabu, there are none.
Footloose.
Is this actually NES?
Yeah.
California Dreaming 2.
Is it a game show?
TNC Surf Design 2.
Nope.
California games?
No.
Yeah, that's funny. It's got a game show feeling. You're right. Surfing or game. Skater Die 2.
No.
It's not Skater Die.
Wow. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I feel like this could be like Double Dare.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Nope.
Oh, this sounds like Raw Meat songs.
Oh, this is that guy again, isn't it?
Okay. Silver Surfer.
Yeah. Might be, yeah.
Oh, I think it might be.
That one noise, he's the only guy that uses that noise. I don't know what else he did. I've never heard this one. Yeah, this is that guy, definitely. I don't know, go ahead.
Target Renegade
Oh, I know the name. I would have never
on
guessed it.
the NES.
I'm going to guess it's that guy, yeah.
What is that, like a
So it
motorcycle?
comes from
riding
Guy
game?
Bones
Sure.
or Guy Bones.
No, it's about the store. look familiar. I can't even tell you what system though.
Game Boy.
Game Boy. This is really impressive for Game Boy.
What I've got. I don't know. You never know now anymore.
Fake news.
It could be, I guess, but this is somebody pushing it. I feel like the game's not doing anything, and it's just all music. Game Boy Music demo cartridge. Like Game Boy, not Game Boy Color?
Game Boy.
All right. I don't know at all. This is a hell of a Game Boy song. Go ahead, I don't know. We're so
I
late.
think it was a game originally on Game Boy.
It is Metal Masters.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, neither do I. Mikey 3319 sends us this one.
Neither do I. Yeah.
What if I had a nickel for every time you guys send that? Also, if I had a nickel for every time you guys incorrectly guessed this game.
Oh no.
Pokemon.
You never guess Pokemon.
This is NES.
Yeah.
We
Legendary
incorrectly guess this game all the time. Low G-Man.
Sounds like military.
Robin Hood.
1943 or 1942. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, turn up. I'm there. I'm feeling it. Jackal. Not
No.
Jackal. I love Jackal.
Jackal. It's not a Jackal.
Jackal. It's a sports game?
No, I don't think so.
You know, I think you know what sports are.
I don't know. There's some sports games with like weirdo names that don't make you think about sports games.
What game on NES do we always guess that we don't get right? License?
Something very blasphemous.
You don't know what? Guardian Legends. Whoa, whoa. Oh, I forgot what it's called. Man, I feel so successful. I don't know. Go ahead. I don't know.
Bucky O'Hare.
Oh.
I do guess that a lot. Damn it.
SFX sends us this one.
Boy, we're doing really bad this time.
How are you supposed to do good with this?
Just a bunch of bleeps and bloops.
Exactly. This is like a Wii channel or something.
Nope.
Nintendo channel.
What system?
3DS. Nope.
I thought it was an art style game. Yeah, it's got that vibe. It's not first party, is it?
Push mode.
Nope.
But it's not first party.
This is first party.
No, it's not first party.
So it's first party.
I don't know what it is, but I want to play it if I haven't. Is it Dragon Quest 7? Go ahead, I don't know.
It is Pac-Man and Galaga Dimensions.
I don't want to play it.
Last song comes from
What a
Wolf
great
Ring
song for
Chaser.
like a menu. Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Is this an RPG? This is one of those songs where I kind of think it's bad and I kind of think it's good. It's not first party. Oh, Jesus, that's it?
Yeah.
Short game.
Go ahead.
SimCity 2000.
Oh, boy, did
Okay.
we do bad.
You didn't get SimCity. You didn't get Pac-Man and Galaga. You didn't get Bucky O'Hare. You didn't get Metal Masters. You didn't get Target Renegade. Right?
Target, Renegade. Say it correctly, please.
You got Breath of Fire. You didn't get Army Man.
No.
So you got 4 right?
Oh, that's bad.
Mr. Kapow, I'm sorry that I mixed up your situation.
Boy, that is a bad week. And we had Nicky Hill here, too.
I don't know any of these songs.
I really blame him.
He's just
All right, we are way late. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. After show for a couple minutes.
That's Metal Man.
I'll see you. I'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, let's hear this. I brought it up on my phone too.
Doesn't sound the same.
Well, you would need to find the song she was playing. Here's the ball.
That's a little redundant.
That's like. All right, man, that is impressive.
It's been like.
Well, it's an arena fighting game. From the looks of the cover.
I wonder if it's any good. You quiet down, Malik Halo.
What do you think?
Said how embarrassing because of how he did.
Oh, yeah.
Carefree Captain, I have not seen it yet, but it is true. My mother did see it, and she did not like it. Right, Mom Brain?
Yeah.
My Mom Brain was going off. My
Your
Mom
Mom
Brain.
Brain?
My mom was going off on the Death Note movie. Not a
I
fan,
think
and yes,
everyone who saw it.
she
hated
did
it.
watch the original, and she loved it. But boy, she said she couldn't even make it all the way through the movie. It made her too mad. She was too disappointed in it.
That's why she didn't talk to you anymore. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
How was Willem Dafoe?
Your mom said
She
that
said
he
they
was
made
so
him too
evil.
evil. Too evil, she says.
Too evil.
Bacon Bits wants the trivia section to be called Stump the Meat. I do like that name.
I'll vote for that.
Colma says he's afraid to watch the Death Note adaptation. I am also afraid to. Yeah, Colma, I watched the Japanese live-action Death Note all the way through, and I did not like it. But it sounds like that might be better than this one. I need to watch it with somebody who hasn't watched Death Note to see if maybe they like the movie.
From what I'm hearing, they're not going to like it.
I've heard a couple, just random online, couple favorable impressions of the movie from someone that knows nothing about Death Note.
This elephant game looks cute, but I don't know if I could play it.
Congratulations, Mega Travis. What games did you get? Why don't you know if you could play it?
It's just a puzzle game, I guess, huh?
It's like a Zelda game.
What are you afraid of?
Elephants, I guess.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Can't play this game. Too afraid of elephants.
Can't sleep. Elephant.
Look up Kentucky Route Zero.
I already did, and I will watch it when you shut it down.
Oh, man.
Yo-no!
Name King Clown, I will pass that on to her. Name King Clown says, I love that your mom understands the character of Ryuk more than the writers of the movie. Yeah, it certainly seems like she does. Hey, I got an idea for a Death Note movie. Let's make Ryuk really evil, and let's make Light not evil. Yeah, that sounds great.
Light's not evil in the movie?
They make him much more sympathetic. That's my understanding. Like, the whole thing about Death Note is
The
Light
morality
is
play.
goddamn crazy, and
He doesn't
he's
start off
evil. No, but quickly devolves
the
into
book
that.
makes him evil.
And then he's the type of character that you know he's bad, but you still kind of want to see him win. And in this movie, my understanding is they make you like have sympathy for Light and like, oh, he's not such a bad guy. I need to watch the original again. I've seen it like 3 times, and I want to see it again.
I feel like I got to that point in the original as well a little bit. You know what I didn't realize either? That Remember the Titans sequel came out.
Was that
Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
Oh,
How is that related at all? Yeah, Attack on Titan. Yeah,
I was watching because
Attack on Titan, Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
I'm a couple episodes in.
because
I'll ask her to do that, Drew.
Because I've been watching Rick and Morty. I recorded all of season 1 and 2 and 3.
A whole in one.
And so I've been watching that, and I've been watching. So when they released the 3rd season on April Fool's Day, and it was like such a big deal, I was like, yeah, they're probably going to do a marathon of like all previous seasons. So I'm going to record all previous seasons. So I've recorded all previous seasons. And then I stared deleting them, and then I realized I shouldn't, because season one you have to pay for if you want to watch.
Malakayla wants you to know that Denzel Washington is the Colossal Titan in the new Attack on Titan season.
Spoiler alert.
No, you saw the first season. The Colossal Titan's in it.
Well, I thought maybe there's a new Colossal Titan. Because it looks like there's different Titans in the sequel, because I was watching a commercial during Rick and Morty, and I was like, oh, wait, this is like 4 months old.
Name King Clown says, Light is the villain and also the protagonist, and Ryuk is just an observer. Yes, I feel like Ryuk just hangs out and watches shit go down.
It's,
well,
the conflict of morality and stuff.
Isn't he not allowed to, like...
I don't know if they explicitly say he's not allowed to do anything. He's just like, Light is the owner of the book, and he's got to do what Light says, right? Until Light gives him the book
for
back.
some reason he wasn't allowed to, like, meddle.
What are those? They look like big Tostitos.
Well, he doesn't.
Thanks.
Like, I don't know what happens if he did, but... all right, that's our show. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. It was a jam-packed one today. I appreciate you guys staying around. It's really nice of you to do that. I'll see you next week for whatever next week's podcast is all about. I hope you have a fun time, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.